Hello fellow believers of Todd Howard's lies, my name is Troy Harrison Christ, but my subscribers just call me THC. Today I am going over the Elder Scrolls 6's hype problem. I think we might be setting the bar a bit too high and may end up being let down by the final product. It is impossible for the Elder Scrolls 6 to be as good as we might imagine in our heads, so let's just be practical with what Bethesda might actually deliver. With such a long gap in between titles, Bethesda fans are hoping for the greatest game of all time. Something that will make this incredible wait worth it. The question is, will we actually get that? At this point, I am cautiously skeptical that we will. We might not. Hype can make something much better. When you are looking forward to playing a game and then it is awesome, there is no better feeling in the world. You were right to be hyped, and then it was amazing. However, hype can also ruin an experience. Imagine not so patiently waiting for a film or a game and then it turns out to be terrible. In the 80s, George Lucas stopped making Star Wars movies, and for 20 years, people really wanted more Star Wars. But when they finally got it, that hype quickly faded into disappointment and anger. Hopefully, this does not happen to the Elder Scrolls 6, but at this point, I think it might, based off of a few reasons. The main point why I think the Elder Scrolls 6 cannot live up to all of our hopes and dreams is the outdated, dilapidated, buggy, and broken Bethesda creation engine. Their lack of effort to grow technologically and graphically as a developer baffles me senseless. While companies like CD Projekt Red, Rockstar, and Warhorse Studios are pushing the boundaries of what is visually possible, Bethesda seems content with ugly face textures, terrible performance, and a rapidly declining level of quality control. The creation engine still has lines of codes from games like Morrowind that were made back in the Game Rio engine all the way back in 2003. If you have ever wondered why BGS games are notoriously buggy and glitchy, maybe it is because scripts from Oblivion are not optimized for modern technology. It's time to start over, Bethesda. The modern games that they have released, in my opinion, have been massive disappointments when compared to games like Kingdom Come Deliverance and Red Dead Redemption 2. Fallout 76 is, a pretty fun game, but it is broken, unoptimized, and even in a month after it's released, I really don't think the game should have been out yet. Alright, let's say in a different reality, I was Troy Howard, game director of Bethesda Studios. Todd was never born. If the dev team came up to me and said, hey, we think Fallout 76 is ready to go. It just works. Here is everything we didn't fix though. Alright, the game won't use 2 graphics cards. We barely optimized it for 1. You have to restart the game after changing any setting, including full screen. It takes 4 minutes to get into a world and it takes 15 minutes to quit the game. We also never made a NVIDIA profile. We never asked NVIDIA to help us make the game run better. Also, you might get 12 FPS and 4K on a $3,000 computer. If that was the case before launch and I was the game director, which it was, I would fire everybody and go steal people from Warhorse Studios with big checks from Todd Howard. This is blatant disrespect for anybody paying $60 for a broken version of a franchise they used to love. It's just bad. So let's take into account how much Bethesda has grown as a company since the release of Skyrim. Let's see. Alright, Todd became a meme. They released a boring game, Fallout 4. They released a busted game, Fallout 76. They have grown as a corporation and a company, but it doesn't seem like Bethesda has improved at making video games. Is that crazy for me to say? Let me know what you guys think, but ultimately they made their best game in 2011, and it has been all downhill from there. There are certain things that we should expect from a new Elder Scrolls game. Perhaps highly detailed environments, a deep and interesting story, and of course, significantly improved combat mechanics. Bethesda shares many similar systems between the Elder Scrolls and Fallout, so we can look to the recent past to see exactly how they have improved these various features. Let's start with combat. Have they really taken the time to drastically improve the melee combat in the Fallout games post-Skyrim? No, they really haven't. It's practically the same animations and sword technology from 2011. I play Fallout 76 as a strength melee character. It is super easy, but is it that fun? Once again, no, it really is not. They really have done nothing to improve how swords react for 7 years, so, how confident does that leave us with the unknown melee combat for the Elder Scrolls 6? Not incredibly confident. Not at all. If they look to how recent games have handled sword fighting, I think they could come up with something new. that does not feel like reused Skyrim code. Again, I would like them to take a much more intricate approach to the combat design. Things I want them to improve include realistic reactions and collisions from enemies, maybe different blade combos and sword styles. How about a basic parry system instead of the old school block that feels absolutely prehistoric after playing any game that prioritizes timing and skill? Alright, the same way we looked at Bethesda's lackluster improvement of combat over the years, let's now talk about the quality regarding the main reason I play Bethesda games, the story. Typically, they have been known for crafting compelling narratives about unique environments with deep lore. However, they constantly fail in the #1 most important part of writing a great game: character development. Often following the format for quests of a hero's journey, but widely misapplying it in most situations to the character's growth as a person. That led people to feel like they never learned a lesson while playing a Bethesda game, they just learned how to level up. Of course, you expand in power and get better stats, but did you ever feel like the Dragonborn's personality drastically evolved over time? I don't think so. Systemically, this was a problem based off of the non-existence of a voiced protagonist in Skyrim, something that is very divisive among fans all over the world. Fallout 4 added this, but many people were not happy with how it was implemented, and some were just bored with the story like I was. Fallout 76 completely got rid of voiceovers for the player, leaving Bethesda with a missed opportunity to practice something like this for the Elder Scrolls 6. The last thing that I want to mention about this story is once again a decline in my interest for the plots that they have put out since Skyrim. Let me know if you agree on this, but basically, this is how I see it. The Elder Scrolls 5 plot, here's your basic summary. You defend the province from dragons and choose sides in a civil war. Alright, I mean, I'm down, that sounds fun. Cool story, bro. Alright, Fallout 4's basic summary is significantly less interesting immediately. Alright, your wife is dead, your son is gone. Just kidding, he's evil in the end. I don't know, you guys may have loved that story, but for me, it fizzled out very quickly. And after that, we have Fallout Shelter. We all know that plot. Give Bethesda your money and click your phone a bunch. To which I said, yeah, no thank you. Now finally, Fallout 76. After about 10 hours in the game, I have no idea what the main story is. Not a clue. There is really nothing driving me to continue to play this game, based off of what I've seen from the quest so far. I have no idea what the main story is. I'm like level 10. Shouldn't I know so far? But yeah, sorry to be pessimistic to all of the Bethesda fans out there, but seriously, wow. In recent years, it seems like they are really struggling with the overall plot of newer games, which once again leaves me super worried about the Elder Scrolls 6. Their last games, the story has been super boring. Is that just me? I know this video may seem a bit negative towards Bethesda, but that is because they are one of my favorite developers of all time. I love some of their older games, and I would really love to see them try to innovate the role-playing game genre once again. Very quickly, I want to talk about the world design of previous Bethesda games and what we are hoping it should be in the Elder Scrolls 6. Obviously, the trailer shows the northeasternmost part of Hammerfell across the Iliac Bay from High Rock. We do not know if it will just feature Hammerfell, maybe that and High Rock, maybe all of Tamriel. One thing that I know for certain is that Bethesda does not need to focus on making the biggest game of all time. Instead, they should focus on actively attempting to improve their environmental design detail. If the rumors are true that they are still using the creation engine for the Elder Scrolls 6, I am very concerned about how it will look density and immersion-wise next to something built in Crytek or the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. Pretty worried about the engine, guys. I know the Elder Scrolls 6 will be a fantastic game that I will play for years, but will it be the massive technological jump that Skyrim was back in 2011? They've taken so much time off, I really hope it is. Let me know what you guys are thinking after watching this video in the comments. Please leave a like, definitely subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I post a new video or do a live stream. Seriously, what do you guys want from the Elder Scrolls 6? Let me know down below. Besides that, my name is Troy Harrison Christ. My subscribers call me THC. Hopefully, you are one of those. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Peace.